morning guys, and welcome to day 11 of the soup smoothie and salad challenge. So technically today should be day 12, but yesterday, day 11, just didn't happen. So I videoed in the morning, and then we went shopping, and then just the rest of the day, just all heck broke loose. So my husband's van ended up dying at the natural grocer parking lot, and we ended up trying to jump it off of a cute little car that was in the parking lot, and that didn't work. The girl was real nice to try, and so we ended up having to call a tow truck, and they jumped it, which that actually did work. So then we had to go and have the battery replaced, and then by that time it was like super late, and I ended up feeding the boys like lentil chips and water for lunch. Yeah, that was super healthy. And then we stopped and got them some pay whey after that, which again, maybe not super healthy combination wise, but hey, at least they had some vegetables that way, I guess. Although I'm not really sure that you count scallions as a whole heaping lot of vegetable, but anyways, whatever. So yesterday didn't happen. So anyway, this morning I got up and made the boys this oatmeal cake-ish thing for breakfast that really isn't overly sweet, but it's got a lot of chocolate chips in it. I need to cut back on the chocolate chips again. So then my husband came down from showering, and we are gonna have breakfast together now, and I made a smoothie, and it is super good, like really, really good, and it's really pretty purple again. So yeah, it's pretty good. I'm kind of surprised, actually. I didn't know that it would be that good. So I put in there about a cup of soy milk, vanilla sweetened soy milk, and probably about a cup of blueberries, a banana that was very, very ripe, half of a lemon, which was the part I was questioning, the flaxseed, tablespoon of flaxseed, and a quarter teaspoon, oh, I forgot black pepper, darn, a quarter teaspoon of turmeric, and no black pepper. So I'm drinking that, and I'm going to have a bowl of rice, because I like rice and it's delicious. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go do that, and we have a lot of stuff we need to do today, so I'm not really sure exactly what it is that I'm going to do yet. So I'll get back to you guys when I figure out whatever it is that I'm doing for the day, and hopefully you guys are having a great day. Alrighty guys, so it is early afternoon, it's 12:30. We actually just got done with lunch. Show you a picture of my soup. So what I did was just put spaghetti noodles, they're already cut up, mostly spaghetti noodles in the bowl, warmed that up, and total cheater way of doing this, but it worked out and it was good. Took spaghetti sauce that had cauliflower and onions and peppers in it, and put that in the blender and blended it with some water and a little bit of the better than bouillon. Not much of that though, guys. There was like a teeny tiny bit left in the container. I just put water in the container and mixed it up. So put that on there and put that in my bowl of soup, and it was delicious, and it was super, super good. So that was actually a really, really quick and easy way to make spaghetti, and to be honest, spaghetti soup. And to be honest with you, I could do that with a lot of leftovers, as long as you're not putting meat through your blender. I imagine that just about anything that you do would taste pretty good. So we are on our way to Market Street and to Sprouts to get a couple of things for groceries, and I need to make a few things, get a few things in order to make supper tonight. So, and also Sprouts has some really good sales on some vegetables and fruit, so that's a place that I would choose to go if given an option, simply because of the prices. They have organic and good prices. It's great. So anyways, that's what I'm gonna do, and hopefully I will have some time when I get home. I'll hook the phone up to the stand and video what I'm making, the Salisbury steak vegan meatballs. I don't think it'll be too complex, but they look like they're gonna be delicious. So anyways, I will talk to you guys again later, and so far I've had a smoothie and a soup, and have definite plans for salad with supper, which will be awesome. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay guys, so seriously, I've gone to push the start button on my phone like 3 times now, but the Instant Pot decided it was done, and it's beep, 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 beeping, and the washer just got done, so it's, or maybe the dryer, so it's beep, 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 beeping. Anyway, if you hear more noise, my husband's coming in and out of the attic upstairs. Anyway, so I'm going to make this vegan Salisbury steak meatballs with garlic mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes are doing their thing. That'll be easy enough. This vegan Salisbury steak meatballs. So what you do is you take, you can't see that, in my little food processor over here, I have 2 cans, I'm making a double batch. So I've got 2 cans of chickpeas, and then we make our own breading. So she calls for a cup of panko breadcrumbs, but we make our own breadcrumbs. So, and we make our own breadcrumbs by buying a box of the Erewhon brown rice cereal, so it's Rice Krispies essentially, but no sugar, or very little if there is any. And then we put 1/3 of a cup of dehydrated scallions in it, and used to be that we would put a teaspoon of salt in it to make that, and that just seemed like way too much salt to me now, so I put like 1/2 teaspoon in there. And now thinking about it, maybe I just should have left it out entirely, because there's other stuff that's going in there that has plenty of flavor that it probably didn't need it at all. So should have probably left it out. Anyway, so 2 cans of garbanzo beans, 2 cups of that, and then the next thing, I have a chopped up onion, and it says a small onion, so I just took, we don't do small in our house in any way, shape, or form, so we have big onions, so I just chopped up 1/2 of an onion. And then after that, I'm going to add in, let's see, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. We use the tamari, so it's wheat-free, and then we use 50% less sodium because it's salty anyway. And then I actually need 4 tablespoons of that. I'm doubling the recipe. 4 tablespoons of that, 2 tablespoons of some tomato paste. Let's see, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I believe this one is vegan. It doesn't say anything in here about having fish sauce in here, so I'm fairly confident this one's vegan. Not 100% sure, but I think so. I think the Kroger brand is vegan. And then a tablespoon of, it says whole grain mustard. That's what I have in my refrigerator. I actually have some whole grain mustard, but there's like this much in it, and I was like, I'm not fighting to get that out of there. So we'll use traditional icky mustard. And then it calls for red wine vinegar, which, ta-da, I actually have red wine vinegar. Go me. It's awesome. And then it calls for 1/2 teaspoon of liquid smoke. And I am not going to double that. I do have liquid smoke, but I'm only going to put a 1/2 teaspoon in there. I'm not going to put a full teaspoon in there. So if I didn't tell you, it's so I'm doubling it. 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of mustard, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, and I'm only going to put 1/2 teaspoon of liquid smoke in there. So I'm going to put all those ingredients into the food processor and push the button. And I'll let you guys see what I'm doing when I get it all put together and it starts making little meatballs. We'll see. Alrighty guys, so I have got this pasty goo stuff, which I think is what I'm supposed to have. And this is what it looks like. I can't say that it looks overly appealing, but it smells really good. And I've made little tiny meatballs out of it, which I will show you. So I need to make another tray of meatballs, and it says in the instructions, the next set of instructions are to preheat the oven to 400 degrees and then to like brush these with oil. Yeah, we're not doing that. So I would assume that's to help make them crispy and all that good, yummy deliciousness, but I'm not purposely brushing them with oil. No. We'll see what happens when I actually end up making them. If they fall apart or if they do something really random, I'm not real sure. So anyways, my next step after I do this and get the little container cleaned up is to make a mushroom gravy sauce for the meatballs and mashed potatoes. So that will be step number 2, and I will show you what that looks like when I get going. Okay guys, so I did not make the gravy the way that the instructions said to make the gravy. However, it works. My husband tried it, he said he thinks it's really good. It's definitely a mushroom gravy. So you're supposed to chop up the mushrooms and chop up the onions, and I ended up putting them in my food processor because I really wanted them to be fine pieces rather than just chopped up size pieces. And yeah, they got to be like goop. Apparently putting mushrooms in your food processor maybe is not the best idea. So yeah, anyway, I did put the rest of the ingredients in. I put in 2.5 cups of vegetable broth. I put in 2 tablespoons of the soy sauce. I put in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I did not put any extra salt in. And then flour to thicken it. So yeah, it did definitely formed a gravy. So that's what it looks like, and it tastes fine. So, okay, we're gonna go with that. I will definitely let you guys see what the plate looks like when it's all good and ready to go. So my oven's at 400 degrees. The veggie balls are in there. It says after 15 minutes or halfway through the time to go ahead and flip them. So I'm going to do that for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to flip them and put them in some more. But there's 3 trays of them in there, so I might actually end up having to do it for a little bit longer than half an hour. So I started a little bit early. So I've got this gravy going, and then I've got the veggie balls, and my mom is bringing over stuff for salad. So we're gonna have a nice big plate of food. Hopefully it all turns out. We shall see. But yeah, I'll check back in with you guys when I have a plate full of food to show you what it looks like. Okay guys, so telling you about all this wonderful food that I'm making you to show you, and I do the gravy, and I make the vegan meatballs, and I make all this wonderful stuff, and Mom brought over salad, and did I remember to take a picture of it to show you? I was almost done with my plate of food, and I was like, I didn't take a picture. So anyway, my plate had half a plate of salad. I had 4 little veggie meatballs, and I had a little plop of potatoes with some gravy on it, and it was delicious. So let me show you this picture. So this picture is actually my husband's plate with a mountain of mashed potatoes that he actually had a hard time finishing it. So he actually had a plate full of salad first, and then when that was gone, he went and got his 4 little veggie meatballs and like a massive plate of potatoes. My goodness. But yeah, he had a hard time finishing that much, actually. It was kind of funny. So anyways, so that's kind of what it looked like. Everybody liked the mushroom gravy, except for my one son who hates mushrooms. Whatever. Everybody liked the vegan meatballs. Samantha may not have cared for them because they were a little bit too vinegary, which is fine. My mom liked them, and she does not like mustard or vinegar flavors, like detests pickles and that kind of stuff, and she liked them. She thought they were good, and she liked the mushroom gravy, and she didn't like mushrooms, so, you know, I don't know. It was kind of a win-win on that one. But yeah, it was good. It was very tasty. Made an alternate type of the gravy for my kids that have salicylate issues, so that worked out well. And so yeah, that's about what that was. There was no dessert. I didn't end up making anything for dessert, and I'm very tired, so I'm going to bed now. So that's the rest of my day. But I had my smoothie this morning, and I had a bowl of soup for lunch, and I had a salad with my supper, even though you didn't get to see the salad because Anthony had already finished his when he took a picture of his. And I was really tempted to take a picture of my plate and be like, all right, so here's a third of my salad that's left and my empty plate of mashed potatoes and veggie meatballs, because there wasn't any left because I ate them first. Anywho, all right, so I'm done for the day, and I'm going to go get ready for bed, and I just thought I would chat with you for a minute. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.